Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my Week 6 NFL start and sits. I do want to point out that this video is once again being recorded on a Saturday because I have another wedding this weekend, and I do not want to have to get up really hungover like I did last week and make a video. So anybody I'm going to talk about today is either for surely declared in or out for tomorrow. I'm not going to talk about any question marks. Also, this might be the last YouTube video of my start and sits because I think I'm going to bring this over to Twitch. I'll just stream for like an hour and a half on Sunday mornings, give my takes, answer your guys' questions, and go on Prize Picks. Seems like I can give more of an insight then than just quickly, scrambling out a bunch of names. Anyway, before we hop into this video though, we've got a couple of quick plugs as always. One, head over to gfuel.com, use code WyattzWorld, save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products. And two, if you're 18 years or older, you can head over to Prize Picks, the daily fantasy app where code WyattzWorld will match up to $100 of your first deposit. Remember, always play responsibly, and let's get into the video. Alright, so starting off, we've got our fantasy sits, and I would like to tell you right away, I'm going to read the injury report at the end, so I'm going to skip the injured players for now. These are players I would sit purely because I don't like their matchups. 1, Amari Cooper. I think he's doing good this year, but he has games where he's hit or miss, and I think this game is going to be a big miss. Patriots defense has looked strong in recent weeks, and they have that really good corner. What was it, Jack Jones? I just think Amari's probably going to have a slow day. Up next, we've got Drake London, another guy I have on my team, and I don't think he's gonna have a good week. 1, Marcus Mariota is just completely unreliable. And 2, they're playing the 49ers, one of the top defenses in football right now. Like, it just doesn't add up. If Drake London is gonna put up points, it's gonna be because he catches a touchdown. I do not have him getting a lot of receptions or yards. After Drake London, we've got Chase Edmonds again. I know this burnt me last time when he played Buffalo, but guys, it is literally like playing the lottery when you're playing him. He is either going to blow up or he is going to get you nothing. Plus, he's been outworked by Raheem Mostert. He's gotten less carries than him, I think, in the last couple weeks. So basically what I'm saying in a nutshell about Chase Edmonds is exactly what I said about Drake London. If he scores in fantasy, it's going to be because he punches it in at the 1-yard line. It's not going to be because he has a ton of receptions and rushing yards. That won't be the case. After Chase Edmonds, we've got Clyde Edwards-Helaire. He's playing Buffalo, and any running back to play Buffalo other than Chase Edmonds has been miserable this year. He might get a couple receptions, but I don't think he's going to have a productive day with his legs. And the last fantasy sit I've got is Cooper Rush. Guys, don't make this mistake. He's not a fantasy quarterback. Yeah, he's playing his ass off in the NFL. He's doing a great job, but he is not a fantasy quarterback. You know how fantasy works? It's 4 points for a passing touchdown, 6 for a rushing touchdown, and every 25 passing yards you get 1 point. Cooper Rush has never thrown over 235 yards in a game. He's had 2 games where he hasn't had a passing touchdown. Like I said, I'm not calling him bad. He's been winning, but fantasy-wise, that's not good. Alright, and that is it for my fantasy sits. We will now move on to my fantasy starts, meaning if you have these guys and you're considering playing them, I absolutely would. Number 1, Eno Benjamin. That is the backup running back on the Cardinals. He might be on your waiver wires, but if you didn't know, James Conner is out, meaning this guy is gonna get the load today. After Eno Benjamin, we're gonna go on to Ramondre Stevenson. Damian Harris is not expected to play. Stevenson was tremendous on his legs last week. He's the only guy for the job there this week. He's gonna get the load. After Ramondre Stevenson, we've got Darrell Henderson. No Cam Akers this week. Play Darrell Henderson. I know I said I wasn't gonna mention injuries, but that's why I'm saying to start these guys. They're the #1 running backs this week, and all of them realistically could be on some waiver wires. After Henderson, we'll move on to a wide receiver, Gabriel Davis from the Bills. Every single week he plays, him and Josh Allen develop more chemistry. He's not gonna get as many looks as Stephon Diggs, but he's gonna get more looks than I'd say half of the wide receiver ones playing this week. After Gabe Davis, Jimmy Garoppolo. Playing the Falcons D, I mean, other than Terrell, it's not too much to worry about right now. On top of that, Jimmy has been on fire in recent weeks. He's been throwing the ball more. Shamefully, like Cooper Rush, he doesn't throw for a lot of yards, but he at least throws a touchdown or 2 in every single game he's played. I'm not saying Jimmy will get you 25 to 30 points. He won't do that, but he will get you 15 to 20. And my last fantasy start is a defense, and it is the Panthers D. They're playing the Rams. Matt Stafford's gonna throw an interception. Matt Stafford's gonna get sacked. His O-line is terrible. I don't think the Panthers will win, but they can allow a couple points and their defense can still go off. If they're on your waiver wire, I would absolutely start them. Alright guys, sorry, I'm gonna have to do a choppy edit in here because in between the sits and maybes, I want to read the IR to you guys. So also do not start these players because they are hurt. They are confirmed to be out. Tua Tagovailoa, Pat Fryermuth, Jarvis Landry, Michael Thomas, Rashad Bateman, Kenny Golladay, Kadarius Toney, James Conner, Cam Akers, and more than likely Damian Harris. Rough week for injuries. They are out. All right, we are now moving on to my fantasy maybes, meaning these guys could do good, they could do bad. Start them at your own risk. So starting off, we've got George Pickens. This guy always plays well with Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett's the starter, but they're facing the Bucks. After that, we've got both Jag running backs, James Robinson, Travis Etienne, playing the Colts D-line. They're competing for the #1 job. It's a committee there. You don't know who's going to get the most work. I think it's going to be inconsistent, and I think it's going to be a gamble. After that, we've got Devin Duvernay on the Ravens. Guys, if you need a flex play, he's about as safe as you can get. He's only scored under 10 points once this year, and it was 9. He's averaging like 5 targets and 5 receptions a game. That is much better than somebody who's going to potentially go out there and hang an egg. After Devin Duvernay, we got Romeo Doubs. I think Rodgers is going to continue to target him. I think he's probably going to be the best receiver on the Packers. I also think it's only a matter until he really breaks out. But when is that game gonna be, you know? And my final maybe of the day is actually, and the only reason I'm putting him on here is because I just picked him up off my waiver wire, Russell Wilson. He, at one point, has to go off. I'm rolling with him this week. Is anybody else gonna ride the Russ bus with me? Take my hand. Alright guys, and that is going to be all for my fantasy start and sits for week 6, and I am not going to have anything for prize picks because like I said, it is Saturday. Also, like I previously mentioned, I hope to move this to Twitch, so possibly this is the last installment of YouTube start and sits. Anyway, if you did enjoy it, you already know what to do. Comment, like, subscribe, turn that bell on. I do my best to post on this channel every single day. With everything I just said, I'm going to hop off and get this edited so you guys can watch it on time. Good luck to your teams. As always, I will see you tomorrow and Madden Monday.